Hi guys, Mark Kwok here. Today let's talk about one of my passions. You guys may know this, but I love audio, and it's all about a speaker that I own. These are the relatively new KEF LSX IIs. They come in a bunch of different colors, and they're a nice little size here, and they are an incredible speaker that I use actually as a way overkill speaker for my computer setup. These are the speakers that I'm obsessed with when it comes to a smaller space. We're talking about a bedroom, a guest room. So I can go through some of the pros and cons and let you know if this is the right fit for you. So pro number one is just simply looks. And you guys know this, but aesthetics mean a lot to me when it comes to things that are just out on display. And speakers, of course, are always out on display. These just look fantastic. I think they're the right size for being like a real statement piece, yet not too overwhelming that they take up your entire desk. They come in a variety of colors. I chose white, but they actually come in really cool textures too. So they have the one that would be right for you. Now, who cares about the look of a speaker, honestly, if it doesn't sound great, and that's ultimately what we're gonna talk about for the bulk of this. For the size of this device, the sound is about as good as you can expect. And I've tried a bunch of speakers, I've tested speakers, I go into stores and test out speakers, and this is kind of the best all-around package where you get functionality, form, and also that super important part, sound. Now, if you're a major bass head, or you're also like into huge sound where you gotta fill a giant room and stuff like that, these aren't really the speakers for you, and that's not what they're meant for. And so if that's what you're looking for, go elsewhere. KEF actually makes an incredible speaker that's way more expensive called the LS52s. Those, maybe you take a look into those, but those slam. I think what it comes down to is things like separation, like between different instruments and notes. You can kind of hear the air in between. I know it sounds ridiculous and audiophile, but it truly is that way. It also images really well. So when you set up the speakers nicely, you can kind of hear the music in kind of this nice soundscape. They do actually do a great job with volume, and they don't like degrade as you get louder. You know, that's one of the problems sometimes, like the bass muddles so badly that you can't hear anything anymore. But this is actually really good even as it scales to a louder volume. And then lastly, beyond sound, it's gonna be kind of the modern features. The LSX II has all these different things that make it a modern speaker. We're talking inputs like HDMI or USB, I think it's USB-C. It gives you all of these like normal inputs and technology of today. I mean, we talk about AirPlay 2 or using a Chromecast with it, you know, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that stuff is incorporated in these speakers. So it truly is a speaker for 2022, 2023 coming. And I think it is, you know, if you're looking for that balance of form, function, new age technology, and also sound, this is the speaker to get. Now let's talk about cons. There are a couple. So number one is gonna be the technology side. I just mentioned that the technology side was a positive, but there are some negatives, particularly around the previous version, the LSX I. I will say they fixed the app, so you have to use your iOS app or Android app to do some things. They fixed it to be a better app this time around, but the first LSX was a freaking nightmare. So if you're thinking about LSX 1 to 2 and you want to save some bucks with the LSX 1, just know that you may reach into some major technological problems that may make it not worth it. 2, this may not bother a lot of people, but there is a slight latency when you are getting speakers to come out and then also you're having your headphones play. There is this like millisecond lag between the two that could bother you. Now, this may be super esoteric, but for those of you who do exactly what I do, just keep that in mind. You have to like turn down your headphones just so that you're not getting that slight bit of lag that does bother you. And 3, this is like a clear con, is that they are not cheap speakers. I am very lucky that I was able to attain these secondhand and like, you know, with discounts and all this sort of stuff. But they are $1,400 when you're looking at MSRP. The price, I think, is the right price when you can get it on sale for, you know, like I think Black Friday just happened. I think there were a couple places that did have this on sale, or you can find them used, but you know, they are appropriately priced, but very expensive. I mean, they're just expensive and good speakers, right? This is not a value play. This is a quality and high-end play. And if that's what you're about, then definitely consider this. If you're looking for the value play, go elsewhere, honestly. Okay, so Overall, my conclusion is that these are a fantastic speaker. If you're using them in a smaller room, they are probably the best out there in terms of the balance of form, function, sound, everything. The KEF LSX II, my recommendation, go get it. 1400 big whopping ones. But thanks so much for watching. My name is Mark Kwok. I'll see you guys on the next one.